Welcome back, everybody. We're out here tonight at Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights 2023. I am super excited to be here. We're gonna try and do all 10 houses tonight, all the scare zones, get some bites to eat, and who knows what else we'll encounter. Why don't you guys come along? Let's go make some memories together. So it's a little before 5 o'clock when the park officially closes. We are inside because we do have annual passes and used our day tickets to essentially skip that crowd that's waiting outside to come in. We're gonna head towards the Stay and Scream location, which is essentially people like us who have the day admission, can wait in a separate crowd and have kind of first access to that house. We're gonna go try and do The Last of Us first, since that's the one I think I'm most excited for. But I've not seen anything for Halloween Horror Nights. I've been avoiding spoilers, I've been avoiding conversation. I've had friends tell me like what they liked and what they didn't like. But other than that, I'm going in 100% blind, so I'm really excited to see what I end up actually experiencing tonight. Now, you've already been once this year, and without giving spoilers or your full thoughts on the houses you liked or disliked, what were the ones you were most anticipating?
To be honest, I was anticipating more of the scare zones than the houses.
Oh.
However, Universal Monsters did surprise me.
Okay.
I was kind of like, ooh, they picked the ugly monsters.
Yeah, it's kind of the B team.
Yeah, but the house is beautiful in my mind.
Okay. I'm definitely most anticipating the one we're in line for, Last of Us. Dueling Dragons, obviously, because it's like theme park history, nerd stuff to me. And Campground Kills, the Yeti one. I think that's what I'm most excited for. But I'm hoping we get through all 10 tonight. I'm hoping for a somewhat successful run because last year I came by myself and did all 10 in one night. It was the day after a hurricane. So I'm hoping I can at least replicate something like that. If not, we'll at least try and be back one more time.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm just ready to have a good night. While we were waiting in line, they gave us the map for the evening with the Stranger Things house on the front of it. Here's the map of the park. We're currently kind of in this area right now to go do The Last of Us. And then I think we're gonna stick to this back half of the park for the first part of the evening, just because I feel like everyone's gonna bombard the entrance where all the first couple houses are. And then we also have the scare zones we're gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna film any of them until it gets later tonight so you guys can kind of get the full effect of it. Officially entering the main queue. Now, unfortunately, I can't film on the inside of any of these houses tonight, but I will be sharing what I liked and what I didn't like after we exit every single one. Look at all these switchbacks for this house. This is insane. You and your squad must stay silent if you want to survive clickers and more as the gritty world of Naughty Dog's video game comes to life. Well, that was a very fun, strong start. That was a really cool house. I've not played the game or watched the show, unfortunately. I've started the game, but I never finished it. It's a zombie-infected city. You're going through very tight corridors, through like back alleyways and stuff like that. Something that was really cool is that you saw the infection progress as you went through it. So you saw different stages of the infection, and then you got to like the big ones towards the end. But I think that the survivors, as the scare actors, scared me more than the actual clickers and the undead that walked around in there. I got, I think, scared by one clicker, and I actually got sprayed on at some point. But it was creepy, it was cool, I liked it. Makes me want to go home and actually, finish playing the game. One cool effect that they did is you heard Joel be like, Ellie, the spores, and you saw like a projection putting on like a gas mask. They actually put little spores in like a light, kind of maybe like soap suds or something, sprinkling into the room. I just liked it, it was a cool effect. The exit queue for The Last of Us does spit you out to Universal Monsters Unmasked, so we're gonna do that one next. Descend into the Paris catacombs and face a new horde of infamous monsters. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the Phantom of the Opera, and more. So something happened with my audio at this point in time, and I don't know what happened, so I'm gonna narrate. I said that I really enjoyed Monsters and that it was a really good house. I really enjoyed the set design and I thought that was the best part. Not all the set pieces were fantastic, but the wow moments really hit hard. I also had two really good scares in this house, one of them being a phantom that jumped out at me at the very beginning. And then again towards the end, there's a moment where the hunchback is hanging over the crowd via a cable. And he's gonna like fall onto you, and it it's coming, but he still does it, and it's still very effective. And ultimately, I think I like this one better than The Last of Us. Also at the beginning, there's a very cool scene where you're entering and there's like a bridge, there's like a cop up there, and it's raining in the room, like misting raining, but I just didn't expect to be like a little bit wet going into the house, just kind of like build that nice atmosphere. But I will say, if I did have a nitpick, I know it's called Unmasked, but I feel like it was a little too Phantom of the Opera heavy. I feel like not all four monsters got to have their shine, and I feel like some of them were just kind of shoved in at the end a little bit, and the Phantom stuff was probably some of my least favorite of what that house was, but I still really enjoyed it. We stopped a little earlier than anticipated to get food because we're just so hungry, but I ended up getting
vegan pizza fries.
French fries topped with marinara sauce, vegan cheese, pepperoni, and sausage crumbles.
I'm not vegan in any sense, but I've heard these are really good. And hot take, I'm not a huge fan of normal pizza fries. We had them once our very first year, and I just didn't get the hype. Those are pretty good though. And they don't taste vegan, they taste like normal meat and cheese. I also picked up this Original Sin Crimson Chaos cider. $10, a little expensive, but it's a 6% cider, which is a lot. Oh, that is so refreshing. That's exactly what I needed.
It is really good. I did get a lot of the marinara though. So hopefully I didn't take most of it. But it's pretty good.
It doesn't taste vegan.
No, not at all. It is pretty good. I do feel like it was better than our regular pizza fries from last year. Oh, that is nice.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's also just incredibly hot out.
Yeah.
And it's nice to like have that little like refreshing thing right now.
And it just tastes like apple juice almost.
Yeah. We plan on getting other food tonight. We just don't know when. It's probably going to be sprinkled a little bit here and there. Normally we wait to at least do a few more houses and then go eat. But there was no line, so I went ahead and hopped in line now, and we didn't eat before we came because I thought I could last longer. Yeah, come get these. These are good. Well, it's definitely looking to be a very busy night. We're looking at the wait times for the houses in the app, and just about everything is 40 minutes to an hour. The event did just start about an hour ago, so that kind of makes sense. But it's kind of like pick your poison. Which house are you going to do next? I think we're still going to stick to the back of the park, though, and get these done, which I think the next one is Darkest Deal, and then I think Oddfellow after that, which are two of the original houses. But I'm ready for the sun to finally go down. It's starting to get a little bit darker out. It's cooling off, too. It was very hot when we first got here. Darkest Deal, 40 minutes.
Blues musician Pine Straw Spruce meets at a crossroads with the diabolical entity known as the Collector to make a deal, his soul for fame.
So I thought that house was just okay. It wasn't my favorite, and I didn't get scared. Maybe once. I'll give him to one time. But I don't think it was a very scary house. It was more, I don't know, silly feeling? I don't know. I can't explain it. But I didn't think it was scary. But I do give it points for being creative and different. It's a very weird concept of like making a deal with the devil to be a better musician, and he's not the first person to do it before. I'm glad I did it, but it's been my least favorite so far tonight. And as you can tell, night has officially fallen. Oh, I love the projection of all the Zodiac signs on the outside of Men in Black because we're very close to the Oddfellow house. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do it. Oddfellow is only at a 45. Also, the stage show at the old Fear Factor Theater is going. I don't know if we're gonna make time for that tonight. That might be a second night activity.
You won't be able to resist going inside this menacing menagerie of twisted oddities. The price? Your soul to feed his immortal power.
Okay, I love that one. That was so kooky and so silly in a good way. Like that is how a really weird bonkers house is supposed to be. It's a weird, creepy death circus. The whole event is about Dr. Oddfellow and all the scare zones are wrapped around him. So like that's kind of like one of the main houses this year. They really delivered. It was a great set design. It didn't take itself too seriously, and it was nice and long too. I actually really liked it. I really liked it. It's been my favorite one I think so far. I really wish I could film inside these houses because the ending scene, he's like on the shelf with a bunch of like potion bottles and the Zodiac signs are everywhere and it's all bathed in green and he reaches towards you and oh, it's so good. It's so good. If we didn't wait an hour-ish plus for that, because it was not 40 minutes, I would go and do that again right now. And if I had Express, I definitely would go do it again because it was just that much fun. I loved it. I think we might take a little bit of a break from the houses for a little bit because Matt really hasn't had much to eat. And I'm also just very dehydrated. I need some water or something inside me. Which, speaking of, PSA, take care of yourself. We have seen 3 people faint while waiting in line for houses. So please, listen to your bodies. Know that you need water. Know that you need food. Don't just rely on all the alcohol this year. Please take care of yourselves because the last thing you want to do is be escorted away on a stretcher, in an ambulance, by medics, anything like that, because then your whole night's ruined. Take care of yourself. PSA over. This is the butternut and duck galette, duck confit and roasted butternut squash filled pastry garnished with buckshot candies. And this was over at the food truck right across from Animal Actors, like right before Simpsons. What made you want to get this one?
It just sounded good. And any like savory pastry always just sounds really good.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever really had duck before.
I know I've had it once. I forget where I had it though. It's pretty good. I mainly got pastry that first bite. Yeah, it's very like autumnal. It's very fall.
Autumnal.
Yeah, that one.
Big bite. Ooh, it's kind of sweet. I like that pastry. I didn't have any of this in my first bite. That's where the sweetness comes from. That's really good. I like that. That's better than the pizza bars I got. It's definitely pretty small for the pricing.
Yeah.
And I don't quite understand the little candies on it. I don't understand why those are there.
Yeah, I don't know if I even had any. I don't know if I even had any in my first bite.
I have one in my mouth right now for sure. Well, now we're gonna head towards the front of the park since we haven't seen anything up there yet, which means we're gonna pass through a couple scare zones. We're right outside of Dark Jungle Jungle of Doom. We're outside Jungle of Doom, Dark Zodiac, and then the Oddfellow one that's the very beginning of the park. We're gonna seek out some more food before we do any more houses, just to let the crowd stay down a little bit. Of the 4 houses we've done tonight, what's been the favorite one that you've redone tonight?
Probably still Universal Monsters.
Okay.
Because I got a lot more like scares going through this time than the first time.
What do you think is your least favorite so far?
Honestly, they've all been improvements.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was a decent one. I don't think that was so bad. A little generic, but it was fine. I did like the little praying mantis thing that jumps up. I thought that was cool. And seeing Dr. Oddfellow at the, I guess technically the beginning, we walked through it backwards, was a nice little like showpiece. It was cool. I liked it.
I didn't know he was actually involved with that one.
Oh, well, they all have to do with him.
Oh, okay.
So this is him, I think, in the 1940s. And then the 1960s is Bam 69. No, this one's the 1920s. Because the shipyard is the 40s. So they all have to do with him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's why his house is probably so popular. It's probably why we waited over an hour. And up next is Dark Zodiac, which is the one I have most been looking forward to. Aside from Bam 69, I have very high hopes for this one. It should be really cool. That one was pretty cool. I did like it. It took me a while to realize that some of them have the markings of the Zodiac sign on them. So I think later I need to do another run through of that one so I can catch which ones Because like I never saw Libra and I never saw Cancer, which are R2.
Cancer was the first one.
Oh.
Crab.
Oh, I didn't even notice it was a crab. Yeah. My bad. We actually came back around to the main entrance so you guys can get a better view of what it looks like when you first walk in for this scare zone, which is the Dr. Oddfellow one. I think this one's just okay. It's incredibly small.
Yeah, it's very small.
It's suspiciously small because originally I thought that they didn't push it back towards Minions Land because Minion Blast would have been open. It's not open. It's closed. I don't know if it's just for tonight or what it is, but we are right in front of the caravan, and you did say he does come out on stage.
He does, yeah.
But I mean, I don't think there's a time for it, so we might walk back through here later, see if we can see him, but yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Yeah, normally the scare zone not only continues back here, but it usually starts back here. So it's odd that they just have this completely open with nothing happening because neither Minions attraction is open tonight. Very weird, I don't understand it. But we're gonna go seek out some more food because we're hungry still. These are the sour apple pie funnel fries. Sour sugar spice funnel fries topped with apple pie filling, sour apple ice cream, and streusel. Those look so good.
They smell really good too.
And these were located over at the cart, like between Minions, Bake My Day, and the Rip Ride Rocket Roller Coaster.
It's really good.
Delicious. Is it like sour, or is it just like tangy?
I'd say it's just appley.
And you said the serving was a lot larger than you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, because I know we saw a picture of it, and it looked like half the size. And I was like, I don't know if it's going to be worth it.
Oh my God. That's so good.
I know.
One, I haven't had a funnel cake in probably years. And now I'm sad that I haven't been getting them because that is so good. This might have been my favorite thing so far. I mean, it's hard to say because that's the only sweet thing we've had. But speaking of savory, one thing that really intrigued me about this booth is that Carnival hot dog.
I know.
I am a delinquent for completely disgusting foods because the weirder you make something, the more likely I am to try it. And I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I heard it is absolutely foul because it's like a sweet hot dog and in like a confetti bun with bubblegum pickles or bubblegum mustard and Kool-Aid pickles. What the heck? That sounds disgusting, but also kind of want it. I might not get it tonight, but I think on our second visit, I might just take the plunge and do it. Should I? I don't know.
If you want.
I just don't want to hate it. But
I will.
I know, but like that's kind of the charm of it. That sounds disgusting. But I want more of these fries. You're holding out on me. Yummy! We got so much from this next booth. A lot more than I thought we were gonna get. This is the Cheddar Jalapeno Hellfire Club. Jalapeno cheddar sticks with shaved pork shoulder, crispy potato sticks, spicy mayo, pineapple chutney, and Munster cheese. And this is Murray's Brain Tonic. New Amsterdam vodka, peach brandy, triple sec, club soda, grapefruit juice, and lemon bitters garnished with dried grapefruit. And this is the Peanut Butter Smuggler. New Amsterdam vodka, hot honey, lime juiced, raspberry, and peanut butter syrups. And this is all located over at the Stellar Bar, which is right across from Minions Cafe.
Yeah, it's basically like the food court at like the mall.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird pseudo Stranger Things booth. There's two Stranger Things booths this year. This sandwich is like the biggest bang for your buck we've seen tonight. At $14, this is a meal for two.
Yeah, it's a full sandwich.
That's a full I thought it'd be maybe be like half that or like smaller.
That's so good.
It's good? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Look at that. Look at all that filling. Oh my god. Wow.
That's impressive.
That's really good. That's like restaurant level quality.
Yeah, it really is.
That's weird.
And a nice spice to it too at the end.
That's been top tier so far, for sure. We each got a drink, which I didn't anticipate doing this, but I got a Blinky Cup. So Blinky Cup is a HHN kind of rite of passage. People buy them every year, and I can bring it back every single time this year and get cheaper refills. So I spent, I think, $16.50, 17 something would change, and then I can bring it back for the same size refills on anything in the park that allows me filled in this for like 12, 13 bucks. So that's a great deal, and I'm really weirded out by this drink. It sounded strange, and I had to get it. If I wasn't gonna get the weird hot dog, I'm gonna get the weird drink. But let's start with yours.
Yeah. That's nice. And you can definitely taste the alcohol too.
Okay. How is it on the grapefruit level?
It's pretty grapefruity. Which I don't mind too much in like an alcohol.
That's alcoholic.
Yeah.
That's liquor.
I was gonna say, when you
That's
said
liquor.
grapefruit, I'm like, well, there's alcohol.
I like that though. It's very strong. One of my biggest fears, and I've said this 1,000 times in our videos, I'm very afraid of pre-mixed drinks.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I'm gonna buy a $17 drink and it's not gonna taste like alcohol.
And Disney's kind of like ruined that for us since their festivals, they're just like really toned down.
Well,
or,
I mean, even here for like Mardi Gras, I've not had the strongest drinks before, and it's like scared me away.
Yeah.
But that is good. It's not my favorite flavor palette because I don't like grapefruit.
Yeah. You get your value though.
Yes, you do. Oh. I like it, but that's very weird. You need to try this.
It is really good.
You can taste every ingredient.
Mm-hmm. It almost tastes like a lemonade almost.
It's like a peanut butter lemonade.
Yeah. With grape.
What? So far, I've enjoyed everything that we've had tonight. We're definitely getting a lot more than I thought we were, but I'm not mad.
I'm glad I definitely ate now like almost 3 things before drinking.
Yes, absolutely.
I would have been the other person on the ground today.
And coming into our next scare zone, which is Vamp 69. I will say I have a hard time telling who's part of it and who's not, because they're a little too normal looking.
Yeah.
I think it's fun though. I think it's campy, it's silly, and that's the kind of vibe I get from a lot of this HHN. It's very silly feeling.
So this one also, there's sometimes something that happens on stage too.
We're just walking through at the wrong timings.
Yeah, because I missed that one too the first time, and then we never saw it again.
Oh, okay. Coming into our final scare zone, Shipyard 32. will say I think this one was a tad bit generic, which was my biggest fear, is that this one just kind of would have been, like, they've got some cool monsters. Like, I like the bat creature.
Yeah, I really like
and the Nosferatu in the cage is kind of cool. But other than that, like, I think it's just okay.
Yeah, it was my least favorite for sure.
You did remind me about the Deatheaters. I almost forgot about them. And we're right next to Potter, so let's go check out the Deatheaters. Now, I've said in my past HHN preparedness videos that the Wizarding World really doesn't do anything because it's very strictly Harry Potter. So last year, this was a ghost town. No one was back here. But this year, they've added Death Eaters inside of Diagon Alley. So that's where we're headed. And I'm very excited to see kind of what they do, because they were over in Hogsmeade last year, and I know they've been out at Hollywood. So this is a first for us. This will be exciting. Ooh, eerie. I will say already this is very cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pseudo scare zone, and there's not a lot of people back here.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Death Eaters blend in very well, except for this guy who's charging right at us. Okay, we escaped that one. Oh wait, there's another one. Oh my God. They're so menacing. They're kind of scary.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like the First Order and the Stormtroopers from Galaxy's Edge a little bit, but like way more in your face.
These ones are definitely a lot more sassy.
Oh, absolutely. The flamboyancy.
Yeah, no, on my night, they were all just like flinging around.
I love it. Okay, of everything we've done so far, I think that might have been my favorite thing.
Really?
I really like that.
Even more than like the houses?
I mean, I think what I like the most about it is that you can tell they're having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I think that's just what this whole HHN is. You know, I said it earlier, but that everyone's just having a ton of fun in their roles and really owning it. Yeah. And it's really breathing a lot of life into everything tonight.
Yeah.
They also have this Peacock Halloween horror bar where David S. Pumpkins, of all characters, is supposed to be at. Let's go see if we can find him. I will say it's definitely a vibe back here. I like this. Oh my God. Oh my God, there he is. It's oh my God, this
How's it hanging? I'm David Pumpkins.
What universe are we in
I know.
where David S. Pumpkins is still a thing in 2023? I wish the skeletons were here though.
Yeah.
They're part of it.
They're part of it.
My favorite thing is that he's jump scaring people. People who are waiting in line for the drinks, he just comes up, how's it hanging?
Traps them.
And just traps them. Because like, what do you say to him? He has like 5
Nothing.
lines.
Yeah.
He just uses...
No matter what you say, he just says something random.
It's kind of like the ride though from the SNL skit. Like,
I know.
how do you react? Like how many floors of terror are David Pumpkins? I think it's time for another house. Yeti is at a 35-minute wait.
In a 1950s campground, a group of towering, terrifying Yetis are running rampant, ripping apart anyone who gets in their way.
Again, with the campiness of this year, that was a really fun house.
Yeah.
It wasn't really that scary. I got spooked by the first Yeti that jumped out at me, but I really like the set design. The mirror portion threw me off. There's a little mirror portion in the middle of the woods that kind of like tripped me up a little bit. I don't think it beats Oddfellow, but I don't know if it beats Last of Us or... No, I think it beats Last of Us. Maybe. I don't know. I can't decide yet. There's a couple behind us who are screaming at everything, like genuine reactions to things. And I was more so like laughing at them and their reactions to everything more so than like
Being scared.
than actually being scared, because it just added to like the silliness of the Yetis destroying campsites and stuff. But yeah, that one was fun. I liked it. Figured that we just finished the Yeti house. We'd stop by the Yeti booth and get our next snack. This is the Bloody Snowball, chocolate cake with marshmallow buttercream and desiccated coconut. And the Yeti booth is located over near Gramercy Park, which is where like a lot of the other food booths are at. So Surfer Boy Pizza, the Last of Us one, it's kind of in that little square. But look at this. I've heard mixed things about this, mostly because I don't think people like coconut.
Oh, probably for that reason.
I love coconut. It's one of my favorite things. And this, from what it sounds like, is one of those snowballs that like Hostess or Little Debbie has.
Yeah,
the like pink ones. But it's called the bloody snowball because it's got little red speckles all over it. There's a bit of red filling in there. It's kind of hard to see. It's pretty safe. It's probably the most basic thing we've had tonight.
Yeah, it seems like
The coconut's really nice though. Yeah, there's a tiny bit of red at like the very bottom. It's good, but I don't think I would get it again just because it's pretty basic.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad.
It's really nice though, even for it being basic. I do like that it's kind of chilled too.
Yeah.
Especially because it's still kind of warm out.
It just tastes like a prepackaged snack, which is kind of like nostalgic and comforting.
I feel like it's honestly even better than probably something you'll get in like the tribute store.
Oh yeah, for sure, and for like half the price.
Yeah.
I will add, after eating my half and letting it kind of like the aftertaste sit on my tongue, the aftertaste is very enjoyable.
I was gonna say it's a very nice chocolatey cake.
So we just checked the app for the wait times for the houses, and Dueling Dragons is at a 15, which it was a 45 right before we left Yeti, because they're right next to each other. So we're racing over there to go get that done, because I kind of thought we were done because we're getting kind of tired, and we're at the halfway mark with all the houses. But we're gonna squeeze this in. Oh yeah, what the heck, it is a 15. Hopefully it's accurate, because I think everyone's trying to head that way.
Two powerful warlocks invade Merlin's castle and are turned into dragons of fire and ice. Now you must choose a path and a victor.
Holy set design. Oh my gosh, they threw some money at that one.
Yeah, they did.
That's been the most elaborate house yet.
More than monsters.
Absolutely. The part where you walk in and there's two dragons above the castle, right before you choose what side?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so backstory. So Dueling Dragons is a roller coaster that used to exist over at Islands of Adventure. It was fire side, ice side. You gotta choose your side, whichever side you want to ride on, and the coasters would duel. They tore it down back in like 2017, 2016 for Hagrid's. So Hagrid's is now where that stands. Because before they tore it down, it was Dragon Challenge for the Triwizard Tournament. So they made a Harry Potter before they eventually got rid of it. So anyways, you got to pick what side you wanted to go down. You originally did fire last time that you went through, and we did ice this time. And it was so cool. It doesn't lend itself to be something necessarily very scary. The scariness feels made up. I mean, like, if that's a good way to put it. Because the roller coaster is just a roller coaster with fire and ice dragons. But that might be my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah, just from a set design alone. I think Oddfellow is objectively better, but that one just like tickled my little like theme park loving history nerd
It's the
heart.
most different than all of the houses.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel like anything they've done that we've seen.
Like, imagine if we got a Poseidon's Fury house where you walk through and you battle Darkanon and they find some way to like replicate the water tunnel, and it would be so good. Well, Stranger Things says it's a 25. I don't know how accurate that is, but I guess we're gonna jump in line.
Band together with your squad to resist Vecna's gruesome curse as you take on the scariest season of Stranger Things yet.
I thought that one was decent. Wasn't my favorite, but being such a huge license, obviously a ton of money was thrown at it. So it was nice seeing a really big full house with big, like, elaborate sets.
Yeah.
But I still stand by, and I don't know if I ever said this in any of our vlogs, that it's weird to have it now, where the last season, or the season 4, which is what this one is entirely based off of, was last summer.
Yeah.
So I think if they would have had this last year, I would have cared a lot more about it.
For sure.
I've really come to realize I really care more about the non-licensed houses than the licensed houses. I think they have far more fun with their own stories than something that they're contractually obligated to retell.
Yeah.
That's just my own personal opinion. Well, we weren't planning on doing another one, but Exorcist is only 20 minutes. Let's go do it.
2 missing girls have been found with no memory of what happened, but wherever they went, the ultimate evil has returned with them.
Well, that was definitely a walk-on and not 20 minutes. We literally walked right in.
Yeah, we did.
No one was in line for that one.
No.
And that's probably because that's been my least favorite house so far.
Yeah.
To clarify, it's not about the original. It's about a movie that has not even come out yet. So they're promoting a film that I didn't even know existed prior to HHN being announced this year. So I'm walking through scenes for things that I can't put a thought to. And it doesn't really make me want to go see the movie. Some of the set design was kind of cool. I liked the 2 rooms where you had to walk around the room.
Oh.
The 2 centerpieces, I thought that was kind of cool. But the prosthetics on those girls, that movie's just about some big-headed children because they looked very weird, very strange. Yeah, we have a little less than an hour left. We might try and squeeze in a little bit more. We're just kind of chaining through houses now. All right, so we think our final house tonight's gonna be Blood Moon, Dark Offerings, with the 15-minute wait, which means it will likely be a walk-on. Let's go.
Colonial-era villagers begin to worship the moon, hunting down any non-followers. Try not to become part of their grisly offering.
All right, Blood Moon, Dark Offerings was not that bad. I actually kind of like that one.
I love the setting. It's very fall.
I didn't go in with any negative aspects, so like don't think that I'm leaning into that. That was a little generic, but I do love the set design.
Yeah, like cold is, I don't know, it's a little overplayed.
It was like Salem Witch Trial cult kind of vibes.
Yeah.
They had some creative death set pieces in there, like the lady with all the candles on her.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. When you said before we went in that that you really like the set design, first couple of rooms I'm like, what is he talking about? And you get to like the church and the town and the giant barn at the end, and I'm like, oh, this is what he meant. So that was good. I did like that. And a shocking 15 minutes for Chucky.
Chucky is back for a new gore fest. He's hijacked his haunted house with lots of bloody hijinks, try to survive his ultimate kill count.
So I know that one was supposed to be kind of meta, but maybe I'm not in on the joke. I didn't quite get it. Like, I know he's supposed to take over the house and like make it his own thing, but like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I felt very rushed because no one was really in there. There's still cast members being like, come on. I was like, well, let me soak in and figure out what's happening.
Yeah, they kind of wanted us to run through it.
There's TV screens that have Chucky talking on it, but I can't hear what he's saying. It was nice and long.
And we honestly missed most of the scenes because like the actors aren't sure when to pop out.
Yeah.
Because they're all spread apart.
I didn't dislike it, but it's definitely on the lower half of my list. I remember you told me prior to coming here that was your ultimate
the bottom
tier for you. I don't know if that's bottom tier or if Exorcist was bottom tier. It's definitely one of those two, just because I don't care about either one of those.
Yeah, and what was really sad is that like this time was infinitely worse than the first time. Yeah.
Wow.
It was horrible.
Yeah. Well, that's all 10 houses. We did all 10 tonight. Well, friends, that is another Halloween Horror Nights in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
We did all 10 houses in one night, did all the scare zones, ate a bunch of snacks, and I'm very tired. We definitely stayed a lot longer than I thought we were going to, but I'm glad we kept pushing because we got so much done. Quick, favorite house, favorite scare zone, favorite snack?
Mine would be Universal Monsters. Scare Zone would be probably Vamp 60, whatever.
9.
That one. And my favorite food might have been the sandwich.
My favorite house was, I know I said Dueling Dragons, but I think objectively, I think Oddfellow is the better of the two.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Oddfellow. My favorite scare zone, Vamp 69, because we walked through there at least 3 or 4 times.
Easily.
And then my favorite snack was probably the sandwich. The sandwich was really good.
Yeah, it was.
I kind of wanted another one because it was just so good. I had a ton of fun tonight. We'll definitely be back out here for another night at some point in the future to do some extra run-throughs.
Maybe do the show.
I definitely want to do the show because we've never done the show, and I've said I was going to do it this year, and it's different this year.
Yeah.
Not that matters to me because I've never seen it. But also, we never got to see the Megans.
Oh, yeah, the Megans. I really want to see them.
I've seen them all over TikTok, but it's always during the daytime, so I don't know if we just were busy backstage when they were out, but we never saw them.
I've seen on TikTok them during night, but I don't know where.
Yeah, never heard music,
Well, and they
never
also
saw.
wander.
Yeah, they do wander, but yeah, never saw them. Plus, I'd like to do Dueling Dragons one more time to get the fire side because we did the ice side this time. So I just want to see what both look like. But I had a fantastic time. HHN is as wonderful as ever, and I'm very glad that we came out tonight. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys like our video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell. That way you guys get updates on all of our future adventures. And as always, thanks for making memories with us. I've been Adrian.
And I've been Matt.
And we'll see you next time.